Sup broskies, welcome back to the weekly vlog. I was about to say daily vlog. Welcome back to the weekly vlog. We are going to be starting our intros with a microphone because it sounds really good and it sounds way better than this lapel mic that I got for less money than this. So hopefully once we get the views up, we'll get the quality up too. So yeah, this is going to be a week of being productive. Surprise, surprise. And it's also going to be a week of really like securing my my flow, my rhythm. We have cheerleading practice later today. I'll show what I can. We are going to be doing extra practices every other Saturday starting this Saturday, which I'm super excited about. It's not like I'm kind of barely hanging on as it is. Yesterday I went to sleep at 7:30, woke up today at around 10:30. That kind of just shows you how exhausted I am, but we're trooping through. We are getting our assignments done. We are, staying on top of everything, and we're also, slimming down a bit, which is always good. It's never bad. Yeah, I don't know. let's get into this week. Yeah, let's get into this week, and let's start it off with positivity and energy and hunky-doriness. Welcome back to the weekly vlog. Oh, I'm Ricky, by the way, if you're new here. Hey, hiya. How are ya? Glad you're here. So we just dropped off my long coat at the dry cleaners. I'm going to be able to get it back on Friday. I was procrastinating on taking it just because I wasn't quite sure how much it was going to cost. I still don't know how much it's going to cost. But also, I just had to quit procrastinating because it was starting to smell. And then when you're wearing a smelly coat out in public, it really diminishes your self-confidence. So we did that and got some eggs along with other grocery things. These eggs, they're all right. They don't have any cracks, which is the main thing to check for. However, they're not the same prepared in the US. I know they're probably healthier in that regard, but they're not washed, so there's still some shit or some ooze, chicken ooze from it. In America, they're powered wash. They're nice and clean and refrigerated. These are not clean and they're not refrigerated because once you clean it, it removes an enamel, a coating around the shell that will then increase its expiration date. So these are more healthy, but they're a lot less appetizing. Everything is aesthetic. We just finished cheer practice. Yes, I'm vlogging. I have a YouTube channel. Yes, I make weekly vlogs. And I also do a little political commentary. This is the problem with globalization. People will be wearing my state's shit, logo, name, and they will have never been there. They will have never...
Hold it like this.
So, works. Show me how to properly hold it.
If you not this way.
Hold.
Yeah, put the shoulder. Just hold it like a stick. Yeah, rabbit. Good boy, good boy. Just start eating feet.
I got shots with the dogs. Saying but it's just
Wow, they're really good.
showing this situation of the song. And it's all yeah, everything.
China with the race, the China, just the race and China, cool bad train.
What you know, sleep too long, Smith.
Cause I was down on the
Mary, do you know the lyrics?
From realness, got my niggas in Paris, and they going gorillas.
Oh my gosh. Good morning, guys. I woke up sick. Well, I went to bed sick, and now I'm officially sick. I ordered some Five Guys, just bacon, maple milkshake, and some Cajun fries. I was literally dead ass dreaming about that last night, and so I was going to buy it yesterday, but I was like, do I really need it? I have enough food at home that I, at the time, felt like I had enough energy to like cook and stuff, but now I'm just like, I need to get some calories in and consume, say yes to dairy, because otherwise I would not be able to eat this shit. Alright, let's turn the lights on. Let's get our shit out of here. Alright. First, we have the milkshake, which has a consistency now of literal milk. But that's alright. We figured that was going to be the case. And then we have our fries. Our Cajun salt fries with not one, not two, but 3 ketchup packs and 1, 2, 4 mayonnaise. Now, I fucking hate mayonnaise, so we're kind of like, toss that over there. But, yeah, look at this. Cheers. So, I have something tomorrow, which I need to be well rested for. We're spending 3 hours at a professional gym for competitive cheer. So, I am really doing my best to take today easy. Damn, that's good. Oh, that's so good. So, yeah, I'm going to take today easy, rest. You know, yesterday, I was at the gym with the boys and got in a really good workout. And I'm really actually happy that we did this, not only because it was like a great social experience, but considering how miserable I feel today, you know, I know it's going to be at least a few days before I'm going to be able to like go back into the gym. It's not going to be a few days, so till I go back to working out, because that's tomorrow. I feel like take it when I'm taking the dairy, because I like it to be like mixed together. So I wanted to buy 2, but I thought it was best to pace myself, and financially speaking, if I'm going to stick to 1, that's what I'm going to do. Got it. So, yeah, I don't know. Unfortunately, though, I have a few videos lined up already that's going to be posting, well, way before you see this one. So, I'm pretty much all caught up for this week. There's some stuff that I need to do here and there, but we'll see if I get to it. I really feel out of it, if you can't tell by my facial expression. Luckily, my roommate is not here. I think he's gonna be out till like at least 3, maybe 6, hopefully 6, but at least 3. So I'm just gonna chill, eat, watch American Dad, and just rest. Oh my god, I feel so fucking out of it.
Monaco. Of course. We want you to succeed, friends. For you.
Clap. So we are going to be making a little late night tea because we have cheer practice tomorrow. This Saturday, we're renting out a huge gymnasium, third professional cheerleading for 3 hours from 9 a.m. to noon. And so I have to wake up at 5. So give myself some time to, wake up and then eat some food. So yeah, I'm having some tea. There's some tea that I'd like to share with you guys too. There's this fucking bitch from Pakistan who was just basically the vein of my existence. I just fucking hate her. She's one of those ignorant sons of bitches who don't catch on anything, but then get offended when people say, call you out for not doing shit with us. I'll tell you guys a little about it later. So it's early in the morning. We are headed to East London to this big, expansive, cheer gymnasium facility that's by London City Airport, which is just an airport that I've recently come to understand exists right by Canary Wharf, but not in Canary Wharf. I had a huge argument with a friend of mine about where technically shit was, and it's not in Canary Wharf, but it's by Canary Wharf. Anyway, we have 3 hours of practice. We're going to be a little bit late because your boy is still fucking sick. I've had 1.5 Monster energy drinks. I spilled one of them by my bed, got a little bit on the sheet. It was so tragic, really. And I was just too tired. I was trying to be productive. I was trying to make my bed, and I did not look where I was flapping my bed sheet. So anyway, let's get ourselves there, because I really can't afford to be losing any more time on the travel. I've only been 10 minutes away from my house. Let's go. So we just got done with the 3-hour practice, and I feel way more confident now that we have the blueprints now kind of starting to be laid out. We still are off on our counts. I'm kind of guilty of that, but I didn't mess up as much as I thought I was. So that was a really, for me personally, that was great. But yeah, we still have a lot to go to really work out the kinks. We have 2 more special practices in this type of gym. I was surprised how small it was. I thought it was going to be a full-on gymnasium. It was just a warehouse with a gymnast floor with the springs. So I was a little disappointing, but anyway, we are headed to lunch. I'm starving. I can't wait for it. All right, let's go. All right, because we just finished with our first ever practice in the proper gymnasium. What were you guys' thoughts? How are we doing?
It was really cool to be on the comp floor. But it was a lot of just standing around for positions, so it was very cold. Yeah, and every time someone talked, you just saw their breath. So.
Yeah.
Oh, is that my Uber?
Is your BYD, which is Chinese.
Dad.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, you got Uber Black. Where's that money? But it was good, very successful. Excited to come back. Just a bit frustrated in it. You need just a race with China. Just a race with China. Race with China.
Thanks.
Alright, that's extra. Why is he singing away? She's going along. Pull out that pink Lamborghini, just a race to China, but a race to China. No, she had Trini taking off our shot in my nose. So, I'm just saying, yep, Steve.
Yeah, and if you could be louder.
Personally, I've been on a comp floor before, so it was not a big deal. Just seems like everyone was and everyone was in a good mood, you know what I mean? I need everyone to be uplifting, cheering. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Even though I was in a bad mood too.
Yeah, I think a lot of us were. All right.
Well, that university. I'm like, what's up?
Yeah, find the cost up in the biggest okay. Thanks.
What space? So kind of
What space?
Latin. Did you say Latin?
Yeah, it says it.
Okay, so today's what I know. She would know.
Latin. Can you see this?
Guys, this is really bad flag.
No.
How many followers do you have?
198.
Sorry. 3.5 million above.
Fuck.
Bye. So because I was sick yesterday, well, I'm still technically sick. Because I was sick, I did not pick up my dry cleaner. But look what I did. I picked up my dry cleaner. So other than cheer practice today, this is basically what I'm going to call an accomplished day. I don't think I'm going to do anything else productive whatsoever. So at least got the dry cleaning done.
Mais de toute façon, ils ont abandonné l'idée d'être une compagnie respectée. Bonne question.
Guys, I've been feeling super homesick lately. I think that the difference in culture is kind of like really dragging me down a bit. Last night I had drinks with a friend, hence why I made a little cheeky whiskey and fruit juice cocktail, impromptu cocktail. And he's a really good friend of mine. We've known each other for about 7 years, but we come from very different backgrounds, especially when it comes to social issues. And I've known this, we know this. We've both grown. He's grown tremendously, but he's also who he is. And there are just like, there's just certain comforts in terms of, how do I even say this? Like when I'm back home, not saying that there aren't bigoted people, not saying that there aren't closed-minded people back home. There's plenty of those people. However, most of the people generally have a default setting of not being bigoted, not being overtly racist, and not engaging in just very wrong thinking, in my opinion. However, I believe it's more of a fact than an opinion. I just have more ease, and I don't feel like I'm around people who are so close-minded. But here, the battle, everyone here is far more conservative than where I come from. They're far less literate when it comes to media consumption. I don't know why this is the case other than the fact that the world is a big place and people have varying backgrounds when it comes to growing up and, cultural beliefs. However, there's some things that I feel that are just, you can't just blame your culture and just be like, well, that's how it is. Because, there's stuff arguably wrong about it. It's, not subjectively wrong, but, actually wrong about it. With the political climate and with the American being the hegemonic power of the world, I have to deal with a lot of shit. And there's so many people who are, just spewing, not necessarily intentionally, but just spewing, wrong ass shit. And then when I correct them, then they take it as that I'm being too serious and that, I need to, relax or, why am I always getting in an argument? And I'm like, bro, if you're literally saying something wrong, I'm gonna call you out on it, especially if it has something to do with my country, I didn't get to go home during the holidays, and I think that this has been a real big upsetter for me, because usually that's been a social and emotional reset for me. But as it's been 6 or so months since I've been home, I feel like that reality is kind of like fading in the background, which is dramatic to say, I know, because it's only been about 6 months. However, for the greater part of last year, I was living in Washington, D.C., which is not my home. My home is Oregon. So I don't really know how to best approach this feeling of not necessarily loneliness, because I'm happy that I'm here, and I know that I am in many ways less lonely being here. However, here it's far away from home. It's far away from what's familiar, and it's far away from, the general norms that I grew up by. My tribe. Not like a indigenous tribe, but your community, especially if you're from a small town. Like, you grow up believing and holding certain values and knowing how to, maneuver through social interactions in a certain way that is on par with your community. And then when you go to a far off land halfway across the world, and you're mostly interacting with people who aren't even from that country that you're in. They're from every walk of life. It's difficult. It's really difficult for me. I wish I could be around more people that are like back home. But the problem with the people back home is I wish they were more like the people here, more curious about the world and wanting to expand their horizons, but I can't have it both ways. It's kind of like the grass is always greener on the other side. When I'm here, I yearn to be back there, home. And when I'm home, I desire to be here in London. My whole life, the rest of my whole life, is really going to be me bouncing back and forth between London and Portland, Oregon, because they both give me different things. And when I leave one place, I become more appreciative of it. I think I'm doing a good job, as best of a job I can, juggling life's hurdles and stuff. I've made friends with this really cool guy named Dul from Pakistan. He's in my classes. I'm hoping that he'll become one of my best friends. I just really want that. I want people that I feel comfortable with. I want people that I can go out with and have fun. And I'm not saying my friend that I was talking about earlier isn't that, but we're just we're very different. And yet we're very similar. And I have so much love for him, but also I don't know how much he's really filling my cup. So that's why I guess I'm feeling every which way about it, where I'm I want to be closer. I want him to see what I see, and also I understand it's all right to have a friend who doesn't see eye to eye on everything, but some of this stuff is just wow, bro. Seriously. I have yappered on long enough. There is my international human rights class I need to get to, and then afterwards we're going to the Swedish embassy, because I'm with the European Institute and the American Society of the University of Westminster, and we're going to go on a little cultural exchange, a little tour of the Swedish embassy, and I'm looking forward to that. Last semester we went to the Hungarian embassy for a debate night, and that was really fun. We got to meet a lot of different uni students from across the UK, mostly Oxford and other London universities. And then we had a little Hungarian buffet of trying delicacies. There's this poppy seed dish with bread and cream and obviously poppy seed, and that was delicious. Yeah, I even succumbed to my gluten allergy to even try this. My dairy allergy. Which means, wow, Ricky, It was really good. It was really good. It was well worth it. It was well worth it. And they gave us wine. It was really good. So I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, let's just get on with our day. We have the farmers protesting. National movement. Oh. Should we?
Should we? It's a plan. We are the farmers. We got a plan.
Like a UK nationalistic farmers protest. Yeah.
The real farmers are here.
What the? I mean, like, what a freaking day, right? We have those tractor protests against Keir Starmer, and then we go to the Swedish embassy, which was really nice. I didn't get a chance to tell you guys or really show anything when we were there because I was just, like, trying to be, like, polite, professional, and I didn't want to think that I was spying. Not to give myself too much credit there in that department, but we got some cool reading material about Sweden and their mission. I got to ask some embassy staffs questions on what it's like to work there. I really enjoyed the fact that the people presenting to us what the Swedish mission is in the UK and their role in wider global affairs was done by quite young people. I don't think they're that much older than I am. Maybe they are even close to the same age. And that was kind of like hopeful because like obviously working in diplomacies, embassies is it's an older person profession, I would say. Yeah, it takes a lot of years of experience to maneuver up through the ranks and stuff. So yeah, and then I've just been like, through all of that, I've been fighting this massive cold. It hasn't really fully left. Yesterday I went to cheer practice, which was just brutal. It was so brutal, guys. I threw up, not even exaggerating, like 15 times. Now, they weren't like gut busting like throw ups, but like they were like, oh, I need to rush to the garbage can because, yeah, I have ick in my mouth. I went back home afterwards. I got cheerleader of the week. They posted me as cheerleader of the week. I was so happy. I actually never thought I was going to get that title just because I didn't think that, like, it sounds weird, especially if you're like on the team, I guess, but I didn't really feel like I was like valued that much. So it was sweet. It was sweet. And today I decided not to go to my class. It's almost 4 p.m. It's almost 4 p.m. My class doesn't start at 5, but I just like, I have, like, in theory, right, I have the energy, but I'm not sick, and it would require a lot of energy just to get my body from chapter all the way to Westminster. So I'm just staying put. I'm gonna go take a shower, and yeah, I also really need to start working on the Usha Vance video, but I've just been feeling super out of it, and today I'm not consuming caffeine because yesterday I overdid it in order just to come to cheer. So we're gonna pace ourselves. Ideally, I won't have any caffeine tomorrow either, but we'll see about that.
Happy Valentine's Day, guys. It is also the founding anniversary of when Oregon became a state, but I know you guys don't come to the channel to learn interesting tidbits about Oregon. It's been a minute. I haven't vlogged in a while. I've just been, I don't even know what to say. I've just been like needing to heal. I've been very sick. I'm feeling so much better now. It takes being very sick to really realize how generally good you are feeling. So now I appreciate it. I appreciate it tremendously. I was able to go to the gym for a good amount of time. And now it's Valentine's Day, which is kind of an interesting time for me. Last Valentine's Day I went on a date in Washington, D.C. and that was cute, Went to like this like cheese chocolate tasting thing that was like stuff. What was it? It was like coupon, some type of thing. Anyway, coupon, what is it called? Oh yeah, it was a Groupon. It was like a Groupon, and that was fine. Saw the person like a couple more times after that, but nothing really came of it. But I guess it was kind of cute, especially being in DC alone. But now I don't really feel any type of way about Valentine's Day. In fact, I feel happy because starting the day after, all the chocolate is gonna be half off, if not more. All the Valentine's Day themed chocolate is gonna be super affordable. So we have that looking for. We're gonna be in a chocolate coma for the rest of the weekend. But yeah, one of my friends from uni, they messaged me and said like, are you doing anything tonight, essentially? And I was just kind of thinking of like keeping it calm, cool, collected, but I'm definitely gonna get drunk. That's for sure. Alright, let's party. Guys, so I'm really fucking drunk, but I had like a really great time on this Valentine's Day. I had no idea I was going to be having so much of a good time. I went out with my friend Dono. We went to a local pub, and I met this guy and his friend and their ex, and we all just like hit it off. And then we went to another pub, and it was really fun. So I didn't really have any expectations for how Valentine's Day was going to go. And I think it was a blessing. Got to have like drinks with people here in the building. Let's go out. Yeah, life is good. Life is good. I am in Chiswick, which is, no, I said it wrong. It's Chiswick. You don't say the W. Don't say the W. I'm in Chiswick. I have a job interview, Chiswick Cinema. For those guys who don't know, I actually have worked at a cinema in my early years when I was first entering the workforce. I worked briefly at AMC over the summer before moving back here to start my undergrad. And so I'm in desperate need of a job, and I went and took the initiative. I applied even when they weren't hiring, advertising at least, and now I have a 15-minute job interview that's going to start in about 20 minutes. So it was a hell of a journey to getting here. Trains delayed, buses stopped. Boy hungry, boy get food, boy look at bank account, boy gets reminded why he's getting a job, well, why he's having a job interview in the first place. It's all of that. So I hope to catch up with you guys afterwards and let you know how it goes, if it goes well at all.
1 hour later. The interview went super fucking well. They said that they're gonna get back to me in the next 1 to 2 days. I think I got the job, guys. I think I got it. I'm still gonna be applying to other jobs though. I'm not too excited, but I think I got the job, guys. Woo! Okay, so cooking a steak here, but it's technically a ribeye, but that's actually not what I wanted to get your guys' attention on. It's over here. Let's get it over here. Look at these strawberries. These are real strawberries. They're white as fuck, and they have aroma of vanilla. And I got these at M&S, and I just thought, I kind of want to try these out. All right, here we go. Wow, tastes like a regular strawberry, but it has less color, and so I feel like it's less intense, but it's good.